everybody. Welcome to my live. Get this going here for you. All right. Hi, everybody. So, can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me, because I want to make sure you guys can. Let's get this straightened out. Can you guys all hear me? Hi, can you guys hear me? Okay. Right. See if that works. Yeah. Okay. Can you guys all hear me? Okay, you can hear me good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. This reading is going to be more of how deep is their love for you and how deep is your love for them. But basically, I'm just going to do a deep reading. We're going to get really into it and just see, you know, how deep of a relationship is this one that I'm going to be pulling on, okay? If you want to know how deep your bond is with the person you're thinking about, today's probably a good day to analyze that. All right. Venus is combust and retrograde in Taurus in the nakshatra of Rohini till the 9th of this month, so keep that involved, guys. We're going to be heavy in relationship mode, whether that's dispersing of it or calling one in. But that's what's going to be going on, okay? Alright, so I've already pre-shuffled all the cards. I just want to do a little quick shuffle here with you guys on. Alright, let's go ahead and start. Well, alright. Hope you guys are doing good today. Yes, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and get started. We'll get more deep into it. I'm just going to go ahead and pull these things right now. Your person is coming in Queen of Wands, 5 of Cups. This is who your person is being represented by. The Queen of Wands and the 5 of Cups. This is going to be someone who thinks very quickly, takes action very quickly, follows their heart, has a temper, likes control, takes charge, does what they want when they want, good looking, charming, but also someone who lives with a lot of regret for all of their choices and for all of their actions, okay? This person is very prideful. And they do have an ego. They have a mask and a face that they like to wear behind closed doors, and at night they do tend to get emotional and cry over this. Your person is so good looking that relationships come easy to them. Your person is very sexual. Your person is very Scorpio, possibly. Scorpio, Leo energy here. Your person loves love, but doesn't know how to handle the relationship that comes with the price of the love that they love. And your person is very defensive. Your person doesn't really know that they're being so arrogant. I think they're a little bit unaware of their arrogance. And there's misunderstanding. They don't understand why they keep experiencing bad things. A lot of karma follows them, it haunts them. And what I notice, and hopefully what you guys can notice in the cards, is both of these girls are not looking dead on at the camera. Both of these girls are looking down. Male or female in this energy, it's fine, doesn't matter. But the energy is they're ashamed. There is guilt. There is, there is some kind of don't look into my soul. I also feel that your person has done some really bad things and is ashamed about them. Even though that your person did it very confidently with arrogance and attitude and pride and made that decision to, do whatever it is that they did, the essence of it all is they're still ashamed of it, even though it was done with, oomph, power, energy, a very strong gesture. Even though it was operated like that when it was done, there's still this deep down inside, they're more emotional than they come off. And your person seems to not come off very emotional, okay? Your person is very prideful and doesn't want the world to know that they are ashamed. They want to hide that. And they have a protective team around them. Like this Black Panther, your person has friends, family, okay, around them, protecting them, or standing up for them, or speaking for them. In some cases, these people are speaking for them. And so they don't do a lot of speaking for themselves. If it comes down to it, where they get confronted face to face, they'll battle it out. But meanwhile, they don't have to battle it out with you directly. Because it looks like they send off their little imps or their little people or their little karmics or their little family, whatever. They send them off to do the dirty work. They tell them, hey, I've got this argument going on. Here's their number. Give them a call. But if you confront them, they will talk to you directly. But other than that, there's a front line of people that are kind of blocking you from them at this time. We do have forward movement, and we're on a 9 frequency here. We have the number 29 and the number 49. We have oath, bottom of the deck, and movement. Somebody is going to move forward. Sagittarius energy here with the promises that they've made. Someone, and this is the energy of your love. Your love, you were promised a lot of different kinds of things, okay? Marriage, children, relationship, growing old together. You were promised things like, I'll never leave you. Okay, those promises were not kept. But now there's going to be some forward movement on some of those promises, okay? The number 9 frequency, and if you guys know the Solfuego frequency, you know how that is. You know the number 9 and how spiritual and how magical the number 9 frequency is. You'll know 3, 6, and 9 operate on a very divine level. 9 really represents, though, the ending and the last, which is the 9th house, Sagittarius energy again. Okay, so not only do we have the horse, but we have the number 9 Sagittarius house, which honors truth, loyalty, promises, oaths, deep lessons, and pilgrimages, very long distance traveling. your relationship will go the long haul. If you want to know how deep and how long lasting this relationship can be, it can be forever. It has momentum. It's going to keep going, okay? But, you know, in essence, you guys have so many promises together. When you speak something, it must become something. And right now, if this person made promises to you, what it's become is sadness, pain, heavy guilt, and turmoil because it wasn't fulfilled. So the promises keep moving. They move and they travel with this person. But if they're not fulfilled, it's going to create some Five of Cups sorrow, some real deep regret, pain, agony, guilt, grief, suffering, complete remorse, a lot of emotional, watery pain, mentally and emotionally, by the way, for this person. So your person suffers from guilt and remorse because of the things they've done, all the actions they've taken, and they are going to realize that your love, the essence of your love, needs to move forward. When promises are made, it's spoken to the universe, something must become of it. It's not just going to disappear and poof into nowhere. It turns into something. So if a promise isn't fulfilled upon, what it's going to turn into is guilt and remorse. It's going to be a heavy weight. You're either going to be happy you made a promise and fulfill your promise and have the Sun card come in, which is fulfillment, success, wisdom, and power, and happiness. Or you're going to have something like this, the Five of Cups travel you for a lack of fulfillment, okay? Your person's going to feel unfulfilled because they did not fulfill their word. Because karma, what goes around comes around. What you send out, you bring back. What you sow, you reap. And what this person obviously has done has reaped a lack of fulfillment, a lack of keeping their word. Let's go ahead and see their environment. Their environment is frozen. Number 40. Eventually, things will thaw out. Things will work out. But right now in their environment, this is Hanged Man energy, and they are just frozen in time. Their particular environment is frozen as in it's cold-natured, it's harsh. Think of the ice as swords, okay? This is like an Eight of Swords also, Hanged Man, an Eight of Swords. It's a very painful, I feel trapped, I feel stuck. Well, they're not going to be stuck for very long because believe me, spring is here in this picture. It's coming. The water is starting to thaw. Movement will start to be had. Things will work out for you guys. But there's been a pause. It looks like they've been working on their inner child. Bottom of the deck is playful. 76, finding the fun and working on the inner child. So maybe this is what they've had to go do in this process of pause. I also feel if they're around children, they may be trying to have fun with their children. They may be boating with their children, playing at the beach with their children, going, hiking with their children, spending some time outdoors, playing with their children, board games, video games, things like that. Just really, working on their inner child. They are thinking about the past, because when I got that card, I also think of the Six of Cups, and I'm thinking that, they are in their environment being pretty nostalgic, maybe looking at old photographs of their upbringing, maybe looking at some old photos of their mom and dad when they were young. They're just like, okay, what was my past all about? Really going within in this moment of pause, thinking about their life and how it got to this point. Now, the current challenge that your person is dealing with is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, strong Gemini, strong Libra. I also hear the word Taurus, so I believe that that's in here somewhere. but I have the number 22 and the number 15 in the Gilded Revere Lenormand. And this one represents decisions, I can't talk today, decisions and choices, doors of opportunity opening. And it also represents the challenge that there might be two people that your person needs to choose from, okay? There's a choice that this person can make, and each door leads to a different energy. One door over here is leading to what looks like a sunset or a sunrise, an ending or a new beginning. The other door is midday. It's just clouds. It's leading to who knows where. It's a risk. Okay, so there's a risky door, the unknown, and then there's another door that represents at least something new, okay? And this is the challenge, to make that choice. You got to make that choice. What goes along with it is the polar bear, and he represents a thick skin. He represents adapting to a very harsh environment. He also represents 10 of clubs, excuse me, which is 10 of wands, and this represents hardship and a very, very, very difficult struggle. And so the polar bear has a kingdom of ice. Again, I feel there's some very strong air energy here in the challenge department. They're either an air, you're an air, but there's an air element, which is communication, actions, and thoughts and ideas, memories also. It's all swords. It's all in the head and through the mouth, in the head and through the mouth, and also strategy. So your person is needing to adapt. There's a challenge, and they're going to adapt. They are going to adapt to this challenge. It's coming up pretty quickly is what I'm feeling. And then I have the compass, which represents all the elements. It's very much the wheel of fortune. We have clubs, spades, diamonds, hearts. We have everything here in this card. It's not just one thing. It's everything. It's the wheel of fortune. And things are turning around. Something is changing in the challenge department. Your person is being shown divinely through challenges other options. And I will read from that a little bit just to see if these cards have anything in common together that may be mentioned in the book. And it says here, this one is choice, and choices are what I offer. Alternate directions is what I augur. I speak in multiple and double, and when I'm in a relationship, I might be trouble. There comes a time when one needs to make the choice of going one way or the other. Neither is right or wrong, but one can be better than the other. Here in the Revere, we have steps that take us upwards and onwards towards this point of deliberation. This is the challenge. Stairs and steps are symbolic of ascending to a higher place, a much better place, where once you were seen through the doors, where once you are through the doors at the top that lead to the stars, then the possibilities are infinite. So it's ascending, I would say. Of course it's a choice. It's also ascending. You have to move forward. Forward movement is what we have over here. 2 frequency is also very popular here. 2, the 4 is 2 2s. Again, 4-2 is 2-2. 40 is 2-2. We have the number 22. A lot of 2 frequency also. Okay? And that's about coupling. It's also a life path number. Someone here could be on a life path number 2, or a life path number 9, or a life path number 4. 2 would be prominent first on my list, and then so on. The number 29 is also significant. Maybe it's a birthday, maybe it's an age, maybe it's days on the calendar. And the number 49 is also significant. Maybe someone here is of that age, or 49 is a significant number to you. I just wanted to point that out. We're going to move forward with this. We're going to read the challenges with number 15 with the polar bear. And I am the power and the strength and the health and the protection of your finances is my field, and your food is my concern. My bad side comes out when you see negative cards around me. The polar bear is a fitting symbol for the indomitable dignity signified by this card. Whether it is read as an authority figure, a protective mother, or purely as strength, the polar bear is the most powerful of all the species of bear. And furthermore, it is the color that is symbolic of pure spirit that it embodies. The bear can relate to a person who is in a position of power in the business world. The bear can also be a matriarchal. In China, the polar bear is known to represent Russia. The bear may also be a symbol of officialdom or brute force. This card could be telling us to push through something that is just needing sheer force. An interesting combination would be a bear and the flowers, or the iron fist with a velvet glove, for example. Oh, so flowers and a bear would be an iron fist with a glove. Well, the bear here is an iron fist. It's sheer force with a decision, a choice. And then here with this card, 42, the compass, that's divine. I do feel like there's going to be a karmic, sheer force, use of government to force somebody into a position, okay? Because this person has not been finding their way. There's a journey or a choice to be made, clearly. And this is supposed to provide them with directions. The compass card is an indicator of a direction that one is meant to go. It represents someone or something that provides guidance and helps direct them towards a goal. This card is urging you to examine the point or focus of which you're undertaking. Look where the needle is pointed and the nearby cards. It may prove insight as your direction and destination. Whether you're facing the mountain or a choice, which we are, the number 22. And the bear is kind of like a mountain. It is kind of an obstacle. You need to stop to get your bearings and make a plan. This card advises them to not proceed blindly without direction. Know where you're going, but also why you are going there and what you might find. The compass card represents the many things that can guide this person on their path. And this card is a reminder to notice the heed, the signs, the red flags, and the symbols you might see along the way. It's time for them to pay attention to the cards that relate to travel and movement, such as a rider, a ship, or a stork. The compass will also point to feedback of other people. So, opinions of others, okay? Your person needs to listen to their gut to determine what might be their true north. And those who might be too eager to give advice, to seek control. You can listen to these other people's suggestions, but you do not have to follow it. Okay, so I'm just intuitively, there is a mama bear, or there is a matriarch, there's women. Venus energy, which is in retrograde. There's women kind of controlling this person's path. They're very opinionated, and they're kind of a brute force. They kind of tell your person what to do, okay? The person that gets told what to do could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag, but I also feel Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. That person, your person, is getting kind of pushed around here by a brute force. This person could be their mother. She could have influence. She could be holding money over their head. She could be holding the fact that she is their mother over their head. She could be holding guilt over their head. But her opinion is very strong with the polar bear. There could also be a girlfriend or a wife that, again, has power, has authority with the polar bear that really influences their decisions. They're making decisions based on what they're going to get. What are they going to achieve? What can they have? So when someone's trying to intimidate them in some way and guide them in a direction, they have influence. Somebody feels like they have control. Now, what if your person gave them control? What if your person said, I give you authority over my phone, over my email, over my car, over my home? Then that person clearly has handed over the control. And now they're being asked to make a choice. Are you going to keep allowing this person to influence you and have power over you? Or are you going to be your own man, your own woman? Are you going to go out on your own and, live your own life? This is their challenge, to overcome the person that has power and authority over them. Now, if this is a government, if this is some kind of an entity that has legal power over their paycheck, it does represent financial, the polar bear does, and also food. So there's someone here that is like, I'm going to control how much food and how much money you have coming into your home. Someone here has authority over that, which could be child support. They are going to garnish, or they're going to take or expect a certain amount of money given. There might also be a court. Maybe somebody wants to go to court and get paid more child support than they're already being paid, and this person is demanding more. It could also be just going to court and getting, some kind of rights here. Rights of passage, rights to a will, rights to an inheritance, rights to child, custody, rights to negotiate how much child support will be paid. There's just a lot of legalities kind of flying around here. Somebody might, have been paid a visit by a police officer. Maybe there was some arguments, some difficulties, and now they're being told there's a restraining order. Whatever this is, I'm just, there's lots of different options, and just take what resonates. But there's a level of power here, and the challenge here is to overcome this power and find your true north. Now, in the spiritual definition of their challenge position, I would say it's to let go of control, because their control has led them to nothing but sorrow and heartbreak and remorse and regret with the Five of Cups. To let go of a brash, harsh, brute force kind of attitude and open up to something more kind, more gentle. Okay, something that's easier to work with, something more adaptable. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Spirit, confirm that energy. Yeah, ooh, I have the snake. Yeah, confirming the energy, there is a snake in the grass. There is someone here that is dark, cruel, overbearing, overprotective, mean, controlling. Because remember, the polar bear said, when bad cards are near me, I can become very mean, very cruel. Okay, very harsh, very tough. Not a good vibe. So, being the fact that the snake is there, yes, confirming that, yes, there is someone who's got bad, malicious energy here. Malicious, vengeful, controlling, power hungry. Look at the guy that killed George Floyd. He was a power hungry asshole. And he killed someone. Now, I'm not going to go to that extreme with this person, but can we talk about an attitude or a temper or someone that is a complete dick, that they don't have a good interest in your person. They have a bad interest. They are there for power and control. They like it. They get turned on. If this is a guy, this is someone that is turned on sexually and just energetically over the power and control they have over your person. If this is a female, she gets turned on and feels like she's in a place of power, and she feels sexy, and she feels in control because she's got the keys. You know, this is someone that's like, you're going nowhere. I have the keys. I have the power. I have the money. And I like having power over you. I like seeing you squirm like a worm on a hook. And I have the choice to cast you out and throw you to the ocean and feed you to the fish. Or I can keep you here and watch you squirm. You know, this is a very toxic person. This is the energy of a devil card, which, by the way, is a karmic relationship. You're chained, you're stuck, which represents frozen. Your person is unfortunately in an environment with their children, with some very toxic asshole. And I hate to say it that way, but that's how it is. That's what's going on. That is some trouble for someone. You're coming in as the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you're coming in kind, nurturing, giving, and loving. You're coming in wanting to share. You're coming in wanting to heal. There's a very different approach between you and the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very brute force, you know, a lot like the polar bear. And the Queen of Pentacles is very gentle. You know, someone here is strong and a warrior and a battle queen. And this Queen of Pentacles doesn't want to go to battle. I also get the feeling like your person may have chosen a Queen of Wands, which is a third party, someone outside of your relationship, which was a bad decision. And they left you Five of Cups really, really sad, heartbroken. Now you're protecting your heart. And this is showing you, like, I don't get my hands dirty. I don't go to the battlefield very often. I will if I have to, for my country, for my family, for the one I love. But I'm not going to fight for someone that made a choice. I'm not going to force someone to choose me. And she's kind of saying, look, Queen of Wands, polar bear, bitch, whoever you are, you can force someone to choose you through terms of endearment, like, you know, money, cars, clothes, power, you know, threats. You can go ahead and force someone to choose you based on all of that, or even manipulation. You can force someone to be with you through your manipulation. I don't do that, right? She's over here saying, I don't play that game. So male or female, okay? And this person is protecting their heart because she's been hurt. She's kind of turned her back towards the situation, not really looking at it, but still glancing back every now and then. So she's protecting her heart. She's protecting her vulnerable places on her body, her chest, and, you know, she's chaste. This is you coming in. I feel that you're not sexually involved with anyone. I feel like even if you're dating, you're just very reserved, you're very chaste, you're very, I'm just not going to go in a sexual place with someone right now because I've been hurt. Or I'm not going to go into a sexual energy with someone because I still have my heart, you know, connected to this person. Even though it's a terrible situation, I'm still healing, says the Queen of Pentacles, and it's not that easy. It's just really not that easy to move forward and just move on. She's not ready. She needs to be more stable. She needs to be more prepared. And you can be a male or a female in this energy. So just, you know, it's okay, whatever you are. She does have a lot to give. Queen of Pentacles is like, you know, I've got money. I've got a nice home. I've got a nice life. I've got a good family. All right? I'm a good person. I'm trustworthy. I'm loyal. Okay? I'm someone that would never cheat on you. I'm someone that would never do you wrong, never do you dirty, never lie about you behind your back. I'm someone that would be loyal to you even when you're not around. You know, I'm someone you can trust. I'm someone that is dependable, someone you can count on. Someone that if you asked, you know, for something, I would be able to provide it. I'm very resourceful. So I love it. I love that you're coming in for them as the Queen of Pentacles. And let's go ahead and see the bottom of the deck with that. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. So you're the Queen of Pentacles and you want to offer the Ace, which is a seed, which is a new beginning. You want to help this grow. And I'm kind of thinking of Ferngully, you know, you guys ever saw Ferngully? Anyways, well, the fairy's like, help it grow. Help it grow. You plant the seed, sprinkle your little fairy dust there, and help the seed grow really fast. This relationship can grow really fast. Okay, just because it's a pentacle doesn't mean it has to be slow. She has the power, like fairies, to help this seed grow really fast. But the choice has to be made. And remember earlier with your person, we said, you know, one of the doors was leading to an ending and a new beginning, and the other one was a risk. You don't know what's going to happen. And there's definitely a snake in the woods. There's a snake in the grass that's in their midst. Bottom of the deck over here, wow, is the letter in reverse. The letter in reverse. So there's no communication, and the challenge is to communicate. And didn't we talk about Eight of Swords? We did, in the frozen area. And in my deck, the Eight of Swords is a woman trapped in a bird cage. Over here, we have an 8. Like I said, 8 of Swords, and look, there's a bird cage with the key. So this person has to choose to be free. Because the only one that's keeping them stuck in this relationship is them. But they think they're stuck. They believe. Your person believes that they're stuck because maybe this person has money over them, children over them. Maybe this person helps them raise their children. Maybe, you know, it's a nanny. Maybe it's someone that without them they feel they couldn't have their household ran. You know, maybe this person is their mother and provides for them, and they would not be able to be on their own right now. I mean, whatever the situation is, it could be a husband, it could be a spouse, whatever. This person has some kind of a hold, and they're the ones thinking they're stuck. It's in their head. No one, I mean, come on, we've learned our lessons, haven't we? Have we all grown up and learned that we're responsible for our own choices and that we're only stuck if we think we are? Don't we know the law of attraction? We do, but I think this person is struggling knowing these things. They need to ascend. And right now the universe with the compass is saying, I'm giving you an opportunity to ascend, which actually means they've been seeing some videos pop up on their feed. Videos like The Secret. Videos from Abraham Hicks. Videos that are motivational in nature. Maybe all those sports videos, you know, Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, The Rock, you know, all these motivational videos. You know what I mean? They've come across these motivational speakers. The universe is throwing this at them, saying, wake up, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna help you grow. Maybe they have found their way into astrology. Maybe they made their way to a tarot reader or a Reiki healer, someone that can talk to them about being stuck and how to move forward based on energy. Maybe they met a guru of some kind. But the universe is providing them the opportunity through the means of a teacher or a door opening that, hey, let's wake up because you're asleep in fear. And you're allowing a no good, dirty, dark, low vibe, karmic person or vibration or addiction or whatever take you over. So I just wanted to read this snake real quick and see what it has to say. It's been a long time since I used the Golden Revere, guys, or the Gilded. Probably like a year or more. Anyways, I don't use it often. When the snake comes up, watch out for me because I'm always hiding. And that makes sense because this person is hiding in plain sight. This person is wearing a mask. This person, this snake in the grass, this power-hungry person is hiding from your person. They're not just outright ugly. They're hiding under some kind of guise of beauty or truth or love, okay? Anyways, they're hiding. You can never trust or believe me. I am a cheater, a deceiver. I will betray you in a heartbeat. Be careful where you are treading. My fangs will surely have you dreading. All right, it's clear that we have to stay away from this snake because he or she has a dangerous bite. Thank you so much, Junit, for the $5 on Super Chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. This is a superficial person. Be very wary where this card lies. And it was clarifying the polar bear, remember? I was asking, clarify this person, clarify this energy of control. So it's a control tactic or it's a control person. This is a person who is prone to be, like I said, malicious, vengeful, particularly when combined with the dog. This quite literally means a bitch. Okay, we don't have a dog. But let's just say that there's duplicitous behavior here. I don't even know if I said that right. Duplicitous doesn't sound right. Duplicitous. That's the right word. Excuse me, God, I feel like a retard. Duplicitous behavior, right? That's the right way to say it. And a two-faced person could also be a problem. The card warns you to be very wary and watch where you're going. Ooh, that makes sense. I got chills because the compass is telling someone where to go, what door to choose. And this is a warning. Watch where you're going. Watch which door you choose because one of these doors, the snake is going to be there. Okay, so our snake is here in the apple tree. This also alludes to the Garden of Eden, the original breakup of the happy relationship. We saw in the earlier cards, such as the house card, the Lenormand cards are firmly rooted in a Christian tradition, such as the cross and even the park. It is seen as the original game of a biblical place. So be wary where you look at the cards around the snake and see what is the nature of evil in your situation. Well, that's easy. I know the nature of evil is a controlling matriarch. So if I want to go into a little bit more detail, I believe this could be a mother or a lover, a female lover. It could also be a female friend for a lot of people that know there's some very intrusive female friends to your lover, okay? But it is definitely a female is what I'm feeling, okay? It doesn't have to be. It could be a man in a female energy also. So, you know, just keep that in mind and please, you know, tweak this a little bit to where it fits in your situation if everything else is resonating, okay? But anyways, that's that. And does your person know this? I'll ask some more questions on that in a minute, but I will read this letter card for you also because that's very important. And I do think it has to do with communication, but my intuition is also telling me that there's going to be some paperwork, which for me, I feel is a restraining order that needs to be had or done, or a text or an email or a letter that needs to be written to reach out to someone in secret because they've been unable to reach out to you because of this very rude, cruel, controlling beast, okay? They've been unable to communicate with you, and they need to do that. And I do feel like that's part of this energy here, because this is in the challenge position. But let's go ahead and just see what else it says. But it is, oh, real quick, I also think it could be that letter or document about child support, a court order about custody, or a letter from the court saying, I'm taking you to court, something like that. Okay? Let's read this. Okay, so this card says, I am a document, I am a message, I am information, I am a package. Sometimes I can be an invoice, or a certificate, or a test result. Oh, that brings some new news. Maybe someone got a test result and they tested positive for STDs, okay, because of this beast over here. It could also be someone did a DNA test to prove that someone's child is theirs, and the test report is coming back in, and it proves positive. You are the father. You are the mother. You know, something to that nature, okay? But yeah, this is something coming in the mail, and by the way, it's unwanted. This letter, because it's in reverse, is something that somebody did not want. They didn't ask for it. It like happened. It was forced upon them, brute force. You have to do this. And now the results are in. Anyways, you can find me in the mail, in a newsletter, or as an award. Look around me to find out more information about where I'm leaning towards. A letter depicted here with actual correspondence written by Mill Lenormand connects her name and spirit to this deck. Whilst she did not use the cards which have come to bear her name, no doubt she would be astonished and delighted to be recognized and continued used today. So that's her actual writing. Interesting. It is a connection which the letter brings. So a connection, an intimate communication or familiarity, an intimate communication. So this is not some, cold letter that has no intimacy into it. This is an intimate letter. Whatever this person's going to get, it's intimate. It is that test result from the DNA. This is their child. It is a letter written from a daughter or a son or a lover, family, maybe a mother, whatever. It's an intimate letter that's been written, or a text or a message or an email. Nowadays we're very modern. It could also be that test result from the STDs, something that went down during an intimacy, okay? But this letter indicates and detects a communication that may not yet be with us, okay? It's not here yet, maybe. Some of us, it's a slower form of transmission, which means it requires you to have some patience and make a connection. It is a letter without a writer, hasting it to us, unlike the book. Okay, that's an extra card. Sorry, I went there. It just means if there was a writer here, it would be a fast letter. But when it's not, it means it's knowledge or news brought to us without a personal delivery. So this may not be personally delivered. They may just find it, or it's just going to show up. The feather on the letter in the quill, which since time has signified truth in communication. It allows us to always get straight to the point, to write straight. So this letter is going to be straight to the point. And because the letter is in reverse, I feel like the seal's already broken. I feel like this is not going to be a secret letter. I feel like this is a letter that could be sent to a parent's house and then given to somebody. Like, hey, you got a letter in the mail. It could also be bad news. I feel like somebody was expecting a check in the mail, but they got a bill. So instead of getting money from, you know, the stimulus check or something, they got a letter saying you owe the IRS or something like that. I mean, it could be. It could also be a letter that came in the mail about court or children or something like that, and everybody knows now. The parents got it at their house, or a lover got it at their house. They opened it, they know what it says, and they're surprised. Or either way, it just means that whatever information's been sent, don't think it's in secret or in private. If you've reached out and sent an email or a text message that you were hoping somebody would read in private, they shared it. They shared it with this controlling person. Okay, this other... Oh, hang on, guys. I left the little guy upstairs. Hi. Let me deal with him real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm coming. All right. You're just cute. You're just cute. You're being grouchy and cute. You okay? You okay, little boy? You just want video? What video do you like? Okay, sorry guys. I'm back. Anyways, like I was saying, this letter is, you know, this email, this text message, if you think that your person just kept it to themselves, you're wrong. Either I think they showed it to this person. But even if they didn't show it, let's just say this other person already found it or will find it, okay? And that is the energy there. So let's go over here. I got this last pull for how they feel about the love between you guys, okay? So this is about how deeply they feel for you. What is the energy of their voice in their head and their feelings about your guys' position in your guys' relationship right now, okay? And bottom of the deck already, I see it. I didn't mean to have it pointed up, but there it is. We have feeling the pain now. Karma came hard. And a little note, I regret everything. All right, so this person is really, really going through it. Underneath everything, underneath the mask, underneath the facade, underneath everything that you guys have been through, and underneath everything they're showing you, it just starts and finishes with Five of Cups and this card, which is the regret and the remorse, really feeling the pain, regretting everything with that remorse, and realizing that karma is what they're experiencing. They're meant to experience pain now because of the choice they made. And it's not because the universe wants to be big, bad, and controlling and the punisher, because that's not the energy of our father and our mother. That's not the energy of love in our universe. The reason we experience these bad things in our lives is because we reap what we sow, and what goes around comes back around to us, you know? And so, yeah, whatever this person's been sending out, they're going to get back. And I hope that they've, awakened and realized this at some point now. Let's get the other card that I didn't flip over. Okay, we have, I keep asking myself, why am I doing this? It's like they're on a roller coaster, guys. And I don't mean because of the ups and downs. I mean they're on a roller coaster because they are buckled up and buckled in. They can't move. They can't budge. And the roller coaster is going to go on with or without them. You're either ready or you're not. And it's going to pull you at G-force, maybe not G-force, but it's going to pull you very fast into a direction. And you're going to feel things on that ride. And all you can tell yourself is, why did I get on this ride? Thank you, Sherry, for the $10. I appreciate that, love. Thank you for the cute little pair and the 10. Thank you. So yeah, your person is just like, oh my God, okay, so I stayed in line for 2 hours to get on this roller coaster, to have some fun. And now that I'm on here, I'm being jerked around. I feel like I have a terrible headache. I feel like puking. My stomach's in my throat. I'm sweating. I'm screaming. I'm freaking out. Why did I get on this ride? Or maybe it's skydiving, right? That's the same kind of thing. You're free falling. And it's like, shh, there's no stopping it. You're just going to have to suffer till you get to the bottom of the earth. Till you get to the bottom on the ground. You're just going to have to free fall and suffer. And if you're going to ask yourself, why the fuck am I doing this? That's your choice. And I feel like that's what this person is doing. This person is like, why did I make this choice? And furthermore, why do I continue staying here? And so they're asking themselves, and what I really feel, and I'm going to just bring in some intuitive guidance here. This person is suffering, clearly. Let's just get the facts on the table to help me process my thinking. I'm going to think out loud. Actually, your person is clearly suffering. Pain, suffering, remorse, and sorrow, grief, anger even possibly, but a lot of sadness, a lot of tears and pain in their heart. They did this to themselves. They made these actions and choices. They feel like they're being controlled. They know they're being controlled. They've allowed it. They keep reaping some terrible karma. They get their money taken. They get their car taken. They get their house taken. They get yelled at. They get cursed at. They get bossed around. They get disrespected. They get unappreciated. They get pushed around, in essence. Thank you so much for the $5. Thank you for these cute little pairs. So they're getting pushed around, and they're asking themselves, why am I doing this? Because they know they're better than that. I want to get some advice here. Who are they really? Because they know. I don't think they're stupid. If they were stupid, they wouldn't be asking themselves, why am I doing this? If they were stupid, they would just be in it, not even thinking about it. But this person is in it and asking themselves, what the hell am I doing here with this person? And why do I keep putting my foot in my mouth? Why do I keep cutting off my nose to smite my face? Why do I keep being such a hard ass to my Queen of Pentacles? And all I get in return is the iron fist. Am I going to keep being an idiot? And that's what they're telling themselves. Am I going to keep being a fool? Do I want more? Do you want more? We have physical ailment and boundaries. They do not physically feel good. In fact, they feel physically sick. Your person has vomited because of anxiety and nervousness. Your person has definitely had an upset stomach, and your person has been suffering from body aches, whether it's their joints, their feet, or their back. They're trying to feel better by getting in nature and, trying to be out there with the kids, but they are suffering. You know why? Dis-ease. Not diseases, although dis-ease leads to disease, but their body is at a dis-ease. They cannot feel good when their emotions are all fucked up. Excuse my French, but that is the truth. Your body is going to react based on how your emotions are and your mental space. And so this person, either they are suffering physically or they will be if this hasn't all happened yet. But we have here boundaries. And by the way, another number 9. Like I said, number 9 frequency. Chris, thank you for the $5. And there's a really loud horn going on outside. Isn't that weird? Okay, that just means I'm on point. The horn, I don't know, it just was an omen of a disruption. This is about to get disrupted. Okay? Believe me, this is about to get disrupted because of the boundaries. They have not been keeping healthy boundaries. I also am hearing a very important message, guys. They've overstepped their boundaries with you. This Queen of Pentacles, which I'm about to get into here in a minute. Oh, thank you for the $10. I appreciate that, Leticia Cruz. Thank you. They've overcrossed their boundaries with you and mistreated you. Boundaries were crossed. Did someone here, you guys will know the story, did someone overstep their boundary? Did they allow this bitch or this asshole to come at you? Because I felt that from the beginning of the reading. I was like, they send their little imps to do their dirty work. They allow people to reach out to you. They shouldn't. They gave them your number or your address. Okay? Or they put this person on the phone when you called. Or they let this person respond to your text or your message. They let them do this. And if you know about it, then you know what I'm talking about. I have a lot of yeses. But if you don't know about it, is it possible that you thought you were texting this person when actually the person who was texting you back was somebody else? Okay, so that's coming across. But boundaries were crossed. Unhealthy. And I do think it happened to you. I think your boundaries were crossed. I think they also overstepped their boundaries with disrespect. I think that they cursed you out or told you something they shouldn't have told you, and that crossed the line. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have did what you did. Someone here needs to be seriously spanked by the universe, by God, by you, by karma, because there was some very dark wrongs here. Maybe they even overstepped with a child. Somebody told the child off, or somebody, was rude with your children, or somebody here disrespected them in some way, or somebody here abandoned a child. Very bad. Can I just tell you, for whoever's watching, if you are the one who abandoned a little boy or a little girl, I promise you, I absolutely promise you, you will pay. Not just financially, because that's coming. The polar bear is coming to take your finances and rip that shit from your grasp. But you will also pay emotionally, physically, and eternally. Your soul is in jeopardy. Do you understand? And that is a message to someone who did that. because they're innocent. They have not a damn thing to do with your pride or your ego, okay? Not a damn thing to do with that. They don't have a damn thing to do with your sexual depravancy, whatever the word is there, deprivacy, whatever. They don't have anything to do with that. They don't have anything to do with your relationships and all that bullshit. And if people can't grow up and get the fuck over it and live a good life for people and be honest, trustworthy, giving and nurturing and fair, says the Queen of Pentacles, then you better be feeling the pain. Because you're either feeling the pain now and karma came hard, or it's coming hard. And you will regret everything you did. Thank you so much for this super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so that is the message here about boundaries, okay? If you've allowed this bitch or this asshole to reach out to someone and touch them in some way, you're an ass, and karma will come hard. That's not okay. This wasn't between them. This was between you and them. Why are you involving other people? You should honor your oath. You should honor your word. That's what this card's all about, okay? You made promises. You know what you said. You know what you did. And now you want to play dumb. Well, now you're going to pay because you're dumb. I don't know what else to say. All right. Let's go ahead and see what the universe is going to do about this. I feel like I'll pick the Heal Yourself Now oracles. What is the universe going to do about this? Because the universe doesn't come as the Iron Fist. The universe comes as a lesson. The universe shows up as lessons and losses. A lot of L's, right? It's either a lesson, it's a loss, it's luck, it's something. But the universe comes to show us something very big, okay? Universe, what are you going to do? Ooh. All right. We talked about masks. Bottom of the deck, we have Take Off Your Mask. All right. And we have Entrapment. Didn't I have this combination recently? I feel like I did, but I don't know. But here we are again anyways. Entrapment. Again, we started with Frozen. I told you 8 of Swords. I felt 8 of Swords. We got the birdcage going on. We got it again. The universe is trying to show this person, you ain't trapped, honey. You think you're trapped, but you're not. You're trapped in your head. There is an electric fence in your head that is entrapping you in a situation in your head, and you're creating a prison. And you're doing that because you're manifesting that. It has nothing to do with the power this polar bear has over you. This controlling matriarchal person has nothing to do with them. You're choosing to be with them. It has nothing to do with, even the government. If you are in trouble with the government, well, honey, you chose that. It wasn't Queen of Pentacles. It wasn't your kids. It wasn't your parents. It wasn't your friends. It was you. You chose to get in trouble. You got in your car that day and you chose to fuck up. That's on you. Whatever the situation is. If you feel trapped because you got someone pregnant or you got pregnant by someone, that ain't their fault. You put yourself there. What were you doing? Why were you there? That's up to you guys. So whatever's going, that's a choice you made. All right? If you are getting bad karma right now and you're feeling the pain, and clearly whoever I'm reading for is feeling the pain, started out with who they are. Who are they was my question in my head when I pulled this card. Who are they? What are they going through? That was the question in my head when I pulled this card. And it's 5 of Cups. sorrow, remorse, guilt, grief, and pain. Complete sadness. Okay? And then the Queen of Wands came out as a double. All right? So it's their own actions, their own control, their own pride, their own ego, their own everything. They feel like they have power and control and confidence. That's led them here. And if you're dealing with that, honey, that is your own entrapment. The universe is here to say, look, whatever you're going through and whatever you did, we can fix that. You don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be frozen. We are not a slave to our past, and we are not a slave to our experiences. We are the masters of the universe. You're not a slave. If we are experiencing a very undesirable outcome, we can get the hell out of here. It is a choice, which we started in the challenge department. What is your choice? Challenge, right? Polar bear, you need to be confident. Brute force needs to be taken here. Sometimes, I can't believe we got the card brute force, because sometimes that means a matriarchal action needs to be had. A mother needs to tell someone, grow the F up and get out of this house. Or grow the F up and take care of your responsibilities. Grow the F up and take care of your child and see them and be a good person. Be a good human. I didn't raise you to be a little shit. Somebody needs to also face a mother of their children possibly. And just say, you know, I'm sorry, I have to come correct. I got involved with the karmic energy and I did you and our child wrong. And I need to meet you. I need to talk to you and be a man and be one-on-one, face-to-face. I need to push myself to confront the devil, the snake card, the karmic person that thinks they have control over me. And I need to tell them to kick rocks or get behind me and shut up while I talk to the mother of my kids, because we didn't make this baby. Me and she did. Or she and I did. Has nothing to do with you, so back the fuck up. And there needs to be this brute force where you tell someone, sorry I gave you the power I gave you, but it's time I take it back. Sorry I gave you my ex's number. Sorry I let you contact the mother of my kids. Sorry I let you go to their house. I'm sorry I let you think you could talk shit about them. I'm sorry I let you think you could talk shit about my son or my daughter. I'm sorry I thought, you know, you were a good person. But I'm going to go ahead and brute force you the fuck out of my life now. You don't have that power anymore. And somebody has to become free, unfrozen, unstuck, out of entrapment, and face this. Okay? If someone's in jail, they have to say, you know, I got myself here. I fucking listened to friends. I ended up here. I got into some trouble with some choices I made. I can sit here and whine and call mama on the phone and send me some money on the books. I can call my little shorties. I can call my little exes and say, send me some money, send me some money. But at the end of the day, I can't sit here and cry on the phone and say, please help me. There's blame. The police are assholes. No, I did some stupid shit. I shouldn't have been out with those friends. I shouldn't have been out and I shouldn't have done that shit. And I'm here and I miss you and I fucked up and I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to this counseling, or I'm going to go to this class about running my own business, and I'm going to stop running the streets like a little teenage brat. I'm going to grow up and I'm going to clock in and clock out and I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to have a life and a home and a little piece of land to have some peace. And I'm going to live my life out with spirit. I'm going to get grounded. I'm going to change my life because I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to quit being a fool. I'm going to quit blaming people. Or if this has nothing to do with kids in jail or anything like that, you know, this person has to, thank God they're asking themselves, why am I doing this? They're going to start looking at it now. Now that they've asked the question, they're going to get some answers. You're doing this because of your friends, because of the people that are your influence. Remember, we started out with that in the beginning of this reading. Influences. You're doing this because you're allowing yourself to be manipulated, used, and influenced. And you keep going through this because you do not take control of your own decisions. And the more you hand over your power, the more you will suffer. Because no one else is paying the price of their influence and manipulation but you. They're making these choices and you're taking the bill. Or, you know, they're going out to drink, influencing you to go out to drink at the bar, and who's fronting the bill? You. They're out having a good time with you, using your life as a fuck-up tool to experiment on fucking with people, and who pays the price? You. So this person needs to wake up and realize the control they're giving away to whoever they're giving it away to is not suffering like they are. They're fine. They're better than fine. This person needs to get out of their mess themselves. And it looks to me like they're hurting emotionally, mentally, and physically. They are feeling the damn pain, even physical ailment. This is attacking their body. Because when your mind and your spirit is in a disalignment, and your body is in a disalignment with your life, with your flow, with your chi, with your chakras, with your soulmates, with the people that God sent you here to align with, if you are disaligned with them and your life in general, you will feel physically ill. These can bring on cancer. This can bring on migraines. This can bring on arthritis. This can bring on all kinds of problems. You know, vomiting. I mentioned I thought this person was definitely vomiting, getting physically sick because of all the problems they've started causing in this life, that they actually get so nervous and such an upset stomach thinking about you, thinking about what they did, thinking about the situation, that they physically get sick and they vomit because their stomach is in such knots and they're feeling such karma. This person also can't eat right. This person's not eating right. They're starving themselves or they're overeating, but this person can't eat right. It's like maybe they smoke more than they eat. Maybe they drink more than they eat. You know what I mean? That's not good. That is physical ailment. Okay? Anyways, I'm going to read entrapment for you and hold the card up, because this is what Spirit is working on with them, is to tell them you're only entrapped because this is your choices. Whenever you want to get untrapped, you can. You can come out of this. All right. So here's what Spirit's working on. You are letting too many things in your environment control your life. You have drawn this card today because it's time for a shift in personal power. You are encouraged to take responsibility for your life and choose new ways of thinking that can create a change. The reality is that for you, you need to make the changes you want and need and desire. You need a system, a daily discipline, some motivation. Because as long as you blame other people and outside influences for any circumstance in your life, you remain powerless. You can say things like, it's the government, your abusive background, your lover, your mother, the interest rates, the bank's fault, your education, your job, your siblings, your friends, your children. Excuses, excuses, excuses. The system that many ultra-successful people use is as follows. They read books every day to keep their mind sharp. They listen to inspiring audios. They go to as many seminars as they can. They listen to people that are doing it. They watch people that are living the life they want. They practice and recognize that they have to have a discipline of meditation, either that be yoga, either that be earthing, getting grounded, which, by the way, everybody should be doing, and also just finding a practice of peace and alignment with their chakras. They recognize other people's achievements, and instead of being jealous, They applaud them. And they form relationships with the people that are doing it, that are doing what they want. They get relationships started, and they want to agree and stay in communication with like-minded people. In other words, they change their surrounding. They're not hanging around with the kids from high school. They're not hanging around with the kids from their block they grew up with. They're not hanging around with people at the job, which is, by the way, the job you hate. If you hate a job, why in God's name would you want to hang out with people that are also working at a job they hate? Are any of them successful? No. You're keeping yourself trapped in that job. If you don't like your life, why are you continuing to allow people that have been there for the past couple years still be in your life? The reason your life is sucking right now is because they're still there, and you're allowing them to influence you. Are you feeling the pain now? They're not going to help you get up and get out of this. They're all karmic, whoever all these people are. Maybe it's just one person. But if you want to change this feeling frozen, feeling trapped, living in pain and misery and sorrow and remorse and regret, and feeling powerless, then the advice from Spirit is start speaking to like-minded people that are doing good things. Start hanging out with a man that is there in his children's lives. Let that man be your best friend. Get inspired and let that man teach you what they do to be a strong father figure. Okay? If you don't have a father, go meet someone who's a strong father figure. Take on those traits. Learn. If you are a mother who is sucking at being a mother, start watching other mothers. See them, how they're with their kids, what they do every day, how much sleep do they get, what are they doing, how is their house always clean? You know, see what people are doing that are successful. If you don't like your job, same thing. Go look at people who love their job. Go look at the people that are sitting there having coffee at Starbucks every week and being free. Go look at people who are canoeing, who are hiking, who are skiing, who are camping, who have a camper up the street. Go look at those. What do you do for work? You seem like you have so much time on your hands. Get inspired. Look at their political views. Look at their emotional views on marriage and relationship. Look at their views on spirituality. What are they doing that's sending them in a good direction, and why are you in a shitty vibe? Are your views shitty? Shitty views lead shitty lives. Change them. Spirit wants you to awaken this person, you know, whoever's suffering here, because they're following the wrong crowd, is really what I'm seeing here. The action that Spirit is, you know, suggesting you to take based on this book says, ask yourself, are the people in your life, or just ask yourself, are the people in my life building me up or tearing me down? Are they inspiring me? If not, it's time to take charge and start making a change in your environment with these people. Your first step could be cutting out all negative media and people from your daily life. Another important action could involve changing your diet, getting grounded, earthing, cutting out sugar, food with MSG, stop taking fluoride, and GMO, replacing them with fresh, organic vegetables. Take a moment to say the following statement. First, do I get enough sunlight? Am I in tune with the cycles of nature? Do I see the sun every day and the moon every day? Do I connect with them? Do I stick my toes in the sand and the grass? Do I feel connected to this earth? Do I look at the trees and see beauty and appreciation, or do I look out of my window and see obstacles? Change the point of view. And remember, I'm not reading for you, I'm reading for your person. Anyways, somebody said, nope, not me. Well, if you're watching this video and you want to know about how deep your person's love is for you and this is their life, well, then the advice is not for you. Although if you want to take it, you can. But this is the advice for them, okay? Take a moment and say the following statement to yourself or out loud. I am in control of my life. Nothing can affect me unless I choose to let it. My thoughts create my reality. Keep repeating this statement until you feel stronger. One more time. Nothing can affect me unless I choose to let it. I have the power. My thoughts create my reality. You got to tell yourself that every day, guys. Get control. Okay? Eventually, you will believe it. You may not believe it now. The first time you start repeating that, you may feel like that's not true. You may feel like your thoughts don't create your reality, but the more you say it to yourself, the more it will become real and true. You may feel like things affect you against your will. You can't help but being affected. And a lot of very strong spiritual people, especially water signs, use that excuse. I can't help it, Steph. I get around these people and I'm an empath and I feel it. It affects me. It's in my DNA. It's in my makeup. It's in my water energy. I can't help but be affected by what people feel. You have to overcome that karma. You are more sensitive than everybody else. And you will feel and be affected more quickly than anybody else in an environment. Okay? But like Sadhguru says, let those thoughts and feelings enter, acknowledge them, and release them. Breathing in and out, acknowledge and release. They do not control you. So don't use those excuses. Take a moment and say the following statements always, okay? Your thoughts create your reality, and keep repeating that till you feel stronger. Nothing affects me unless I choose to let it. Remember, your words and self-talk are very powerful. And this is going to help you make new choices and alter your reality. So what's really going on with your person is what their words and thoughts are doing is creating the being trapped, the cage, you know. And the key to being untrapped is their affirmations, both spoken and thought, even felt, okay? And so your person has to change this reality because at some point in time they've lost control of their own lives. Let's get some more information here on just them in general. Give me some more information, please. Just to confirm the message. Maybe just one card. Just more information on this entrapment. Well, it can't get more real. We have these both confirming it. Wearing a mask. Guys, your person's not being real. They're not being legit. They're not who they say they are. They don't do what they say they want to do. Or what I mean to say is they do what they say they want to do, but that's not the truth. They're hiding. I'm sick of pretending to be someone I'm not wearing a mask. Okay? They don't like it. They don't like this. They keep asking themselves, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Well, part of the reason is they're not being authentic. One of the most affected chakras for your person is the throat chakra and the solar plexus chakra. They're not operating in their truth, in their power. They have no control, and they're not honest and authentic. The card that came out for them also is pride. We talked about that. We talked about that 89 minutes ago, about pride. Okay, they do have pride and ego. Okay, this is something that is coming across for them. They have a confidence, or not a confident, I guess just an ego. And they're afraid of, you won't believe what's on the bottom of the deck. What are they afraid of? failure. They have pride and they are afraid of failure. There it is. Red and pink. Okay, so your person is afraid to fail. They're scared of love. They're scared of real unconditional love. They don't even, yeah, they're scared. Like, Steph, how could they be scared of love? Because love makes them feel out of control. Strangely enough, they're out of control right now. But they think they're in control because they're the ones making the choices. They're using their logic. They're making choices with their head. You know? They're going with desires. When they fall in love, they feel like love makes all their decisions. They feel foolish. They feel like they can't think straight. They can't act straight. They feel like they're not even themselves, when really love is their authentic self. But someone that's been so detached from love for such a long time feels uncomfortable in an authentic energy. You're dealing with someone that is comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. Do you get my drift? One more time. You're dealing with somebody that is comfortable being uncomfortable. They are used to that. This is their normal. It's probably been normal since their inner childhood. And acting in love is uncomfortable for them because it's normal, it's good, it's healthy. And they've been living a very unhealthy, karmic lifestyle for far too long. So this is a very new energy. Spirit, what is your advice with the oracles of the mermaids for the person that is dealing with this individual? So Spirit's going to give you some advice on how to deal with this person. Okay? Spirit, what is the advice of the viewer who knows this is their person's story, and what can they do? Should they do anything? What do you want the person viewing to know? What is the advice from your heart, Spirit? Bottom of the deck, real quick, it came out first. We have letting go, adrift, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. Spirit's advice for you watching this is to let Spirit do what Spirit does. Heal your person. Work on your person. Lead your person. The same way you found Spirit and the same way you found yourself on this part of your journey, Spirit wants you to let go, be adrift, let Spirit take over. Can you guys read that? Okay? That's what Spirit wants. So that is the underall energy from Spirit's advice. But the other card you got is receptivity. Listen. Listen to this message today. Listen to the advice of Spirit saying let it go. And allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to give. Receptivity. Receiving and giving. 6 of Pentacles energy. Number 3, Empress. Queen of Pentacles, this is you. Most of what you do, 99.9% of the time, remember they're all 9s, not all the time, but most all the time, you give. You give love, you give forgiveness, you give respect, you give authority, you give power, you give glory, you give mercy, you give grace, you give money, you give time, you give your body, you give your energy, you give your emotions, you give your love. 99.9% of the time you spend your life giving. 1% of the time you spend your life receiving. Spirit wants you to practice receiving. This means, yes, get a little selfish. Stop asking for healing of others all the time and ask for it for yourself. Stop asking for You know, things for your children, things for your mom, your dad. Those are all sweet things. But what about you? You can be a little selfish here. In fact, you have plenty of wiggle room. You have more than enough room to stretch out and jump. This is like the triple, quadruple, triple king bed. Like Shaquille O'Neal's king size bed. You've got plenty of room to roll around and start receiving, because you don't do that enough. Okay? There are people out there, and your person is one of them, who are takers. And they spend 99.9% of their life taking. Taking someone's energy, taking someone's money, taking someone's time, taking someone's love. Taking more free time out than they should. Taking. And they need to work on giving. You need to work on receiving. That's what I'm hearing. Thank you so much for the $20, Samuel. I appreciate that. Or $10. Excuse me. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. So let's read this card. Whew. Allow yourself to receive. Okay, in this lifetime, you may have learned in some ways that what is offered may have a hook, that there has been bait, that there have been consequences at times to going for what seems to be offered, but there has been a trap to it. We mermaids know this, for we have seen our companions, the beautiful sea creatures, caught on hooks, tempted by what looks like a treat, only hauled in and destroyed by the desire to have what they wished for. But there are offerings which are made with open hearts. There are those who hold out their hands with a gift inside, and they wish for joy to come for you and open up into a relationship with you, of making you happy, more satisfied, content, secure, and joyful. So one of my first channelings reading this is, for a lot of you guys, not all of you, because some of you need to remain chaste and single, but a lot of you guys, you deserve to move on and be happy. You have a life ahead of you. This other person, you know, is an anchor, and they're holding you back. You're going to be afraid to accept love and gifts from another man or another woman that would give you a fulfilling life, making you an offer with their open heart, who really want to come into a companionship with you and a partnership. And it doesn't have attached strings. It doesn't have a hook hiding under the treat. And don't be jaded. Allow yourself to move forward. Don't be like your partner here and be so prideful and so proud of all your work and energy that you've put into this, that you're afraid to accept love in another form. Because love wants to come be with you. So for a lot of you guys, the energy is exactly let it go and let them go. Set yourself adrift. There's love coming in for you.
I'm looking for something.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my chin Godzilla.
Ask someone else. I can't do that right now.
It's black, gray, and red. I'm really looking for him.
Okay. Daniel! Go knock on his door and ask. Daniel! Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. He's not hearing me. I know. I'm trying not to scream bloody murder. I'll be right back, guys. I can't yell loud enough for him to hear me. Wish I had a lock on my door. Okay. Anyways, sorry. So for some of you guys, the message is to just let go and be open to meeting somebody else. Don't be so stuck and so prideful that you don't allow new love to come in because this person is someone you're very stuck on, okay? Allow yourself to have a new beginning because this is your energy. Ace of Pentacles. The Chariot wants you to move forward and move on. Find some happiness and play. Find love, find something else. This person will slowly return, or you're going to meet someone who's loyal and gives you a loyal offer, okay? I know it may be difficult, but you're going to meet someone else, maybe an earth sign, okay? Because right now, dealing with a fire and air sign, you might be meeting a loyal earth sign, okay? Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. That it looks like you're going to have a future with an earth sign. And if it is your ex, so be it. If that's the reading you want, if that's what you're calling in, and you believe there's going to be a change in that person's life to come be with you, then great. If not, and you're ready to just move on and find some love, it looks like you are going to meet an earth sign. Okay, and anyways, be open to receiving. Let's continue reading. This other person wants to make you happy and joyful. Okay. Not all gifts have strings attached. And for instance, we mermaids belong in the water, which is the most receptive of elements. And we are asking you to open your heart and be open to receiving to this new offer. The gift is before you. Be it one of money, love, or a gift of service, it's being offered as simply a joy for being who is offering this to you. In this way, your receptivity makes this a sacred act. There are times to tune into the intuition and heed the warning. There are times to move forward freely and learn how to receive. This is one of those times. And my clock is chiming. Your person clearly has a lot of lessons to go through. Meanwhile, why not you start receiving some good? Because you've been suffering here. You've been suffering at the hands of your person and their little entourage, their little group of snakes, okay? And that is not the kind of life you want to manifest. That's not the kind of environment you want to live in, and that's certainly not the kind of person you want to be attached to. The first step into you manifesting your own life, a better, happier life, is by following the same advice which we've been giving this person this whole time. Ask yourself, why are you doing this? Why are you sticking in with this person? Why? Are you feeling the pain now? Are you regretting everything? Is karma coming at you hard? Because karma is not some form of punishment. Karma, like I said from the beginning of this reading 103 minutes ago, karma is reaping what you sow. What goes around comes around. It's your harvest. It's your seed. And if you're suffering, maybe even in a different way than them, but you're still suffering and you're not happy, you're also feeling entrapped. Do you see how this reading made full circle? This reading made a complete circle. It started out with what's going on with your person. And now it comes back to you. And I didn't even expect that. And I didn't even plan that. It just worked its way into this reading because of this card, allowing yourself to receive and give. And then I thought of, it just came to me, it starts here and it ends here. What's going on with this person is also going on with you. Intuitively, I also feel maybe this person is a twin, could be, where they've triggered you. And this is your trigger. Maybe I'm triggering you right now. Green is your color. Green. the heart, the healing. Green is in this card. Green is in the earth. Green is in this Ace of Pentacles. Do you see the green glow around the pentacle? I don't know if you guys can, but my card has a green glow around the pentacle. It represents like an earthly seed. And I even had a green aventurine rock right there on it, unknowingly. Didn't even plan that. So you're about getting grounded, getting earthed, receiving, getting gifts. Pentacles are what's happening for you. And, you know, yes, you do have to ask yourself, why are you seeing this person? Why are you pursuing this person? Why are you doing this? Why are you crying and missing this person? Why are you suffering over this person? I know it sounds complicated, but why? You thought it was just love, which is a simple word. Simple, but complex. And we have another visitor again. What? I told him to help you find the thing. Let me guess, he's not helping you.
Mom, he's not doing it.
Okay, guys. Okay, I am done with these interruptions. Anyways, I was saying, love. Oh, thank you, Corianne. You sent me a PayPal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I'm saying, you can't just say I've been here because I love him or I love her. You can't just say you're suffering because you can't help it. We talked about this, guys, like 30 minutes ago, about the water signs, which, by the way, represent love, that say they're so empathic that they can't help but be affected by their environment. And that is the same thing as saying I can't help what I'm doing because my heart feels love. Therefore, I have no control over myself in this situation. Twin flames, I feel this is your reading. Listen, because this is for you to learn. I'm not trying to be cocky at all. I'm just saying this is the message. Your person is mirroring you. You are mirroring your person. There seems to be excuses. There seems to be outside influences. There seems to be reasons of which you do not have control. This is a twin flame lesson. You do have control. Hi, who is that? I just saw Diana. Hi, Markers and Diana. Interesting. That's a very interesting. Hillary, if you're watching, you know how interesting that is. Okay, so anyways, if you're mirroring this lack of control, you don't have control over your love, you don't have control over your feelings or your heart. You know where I'm going with this. It's the same thing as your person saying, I don't have control over my life. I'm letting them make decisions for me. I'm letting my influences impact me. I'm blaming outside influences for my problems. There are reasons of which I'm suffering and it's not my fault. And I feel out of control and I don't have direction with the compass. And there we go. There's the chain. So now, twin flames, if you're watching this, you can understand and see why you guys are both stuck and frozen or have been. It is a pride thing. It is a love thing. It is a desire thing. It is fear of failure. It is not wanting to fail. It is wanting to be right. And ultimately, it is a lack of control on your life. You have given power to something or someone or a plethora of things. But at the end of the day, you both do not have power. They do not have power because they've handed it over to someone or people. It's very physical, which is a masculine energy, a very third dimensional realm kind of energy, okay? And they have given their power away to the third dimension, which makes sense with twin flame energies. And divine feminines, you have given your power away to a higher energy, to a higher source, which is the universe, which is also love. So your power has been taken over by a higher authority also. And you have no compass, true north, or control over your life. You're allowing your love to rule you, not you ruling your love. Both of you need to get your power back. How about that? Whew, what a reading. It's been crazy. The advice from Spirit, oddly enough, here we are trying to get our power back, but oddly enough is to set ourselves adrift. Letting go and allowing a higher force to take charge. Let's go ahead and see what that says, because it doesn't mean to just pass your power away. It means rest. Sometimes, like the footprints, somebody said, God, I was in a trialing time, and I saw my footprints in the sand, and I was walking on my own. I was by myself. You abandoned me. You made me suffer. I was all alone. And then in the Footprints poem, it says, no, you have it wrong. When you saw one set of footprints in the sand, I carried you. I picked you up in my arms and I carried you. The footprints you see in the sand are mine, not yours. That is kind of the essence here of adrift. There is a time where you need to be carried by God. There is a time where you need to be carried by faith. There is a time when you need the Holy Father, the Holy Mother to wipe your wounds clean. There is a time when you need peace and purification to get rid of the devil and the snake that has ensnared you or bitten you. There is a time of healing. It doesn't mean you're passing out your power. It means you're letting them heal you so you are strong enough to go get your power. And this is a time for you to get your power, but it's also more importantly, first step, heal. This is requiring healing. That's what I picked up from that card, but I'm going to go ahead and read it now for you as well. This is a message of letting go and allowing this higher force. What is it to be without direction, without self-determination, without a sense of empowerment? Is it always disempowering? So this card invites us to contemplate the many aspects of letting go. As so many of you humans, oh, I forgot my microphone, and I was probably talking away from it for so long. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So, you need to contemplate the many aspects of letting go. As so many of you humans say, so many times, it has become a cliche, but yeah, going with the flow. Sometimes all of our strength and purpose, we mermaids just have to let go for a time, especially if there has been a great turmoil, a storm, a hurricane in our lives, and we become so weak from swimming in the storm that we need this rest. So the Adrift card suggests that there is a sense of making no effort at all in this moment, that you may be safe to just be able to float. But it is up to the tides and the cycles and the waves and the wind to determine this destination. It can also suggest that there is a lack of urgency for you in the moment, that you are willing to be totally compliant and just sit in peace and see what happens next. And yet, this is a choice too. You can always paddle. You can choose to lie down, your face to the clouds, and drink the water from the sky when you choose, to allow fate to be decided for you. And sometimes this is right and good. It is sometimes humbling and can create wisdom and healing. It can be wisdom that comes with observation and stillness and the sense of sacrificing yourself to a greater power than yourself. There is no longer an anchor. There is no sail. There is no oars, and there is no map. There is only the floating world of which you are a part. Refusing to attempt to change things, allowing yourself to surrender to the situation and just see where it takes you, is a kind of peaceful passivity. And in an oceanic way, allowing the cycles to make a decision on your behalf. This isn't forever. This is a moment. And this can indicate too that you have no desire right now to make any decisions, only to be at peace, only to drift afloat and allow whatever to come to come. It's as if there is no moving forward and there's no retreat, just a moment by moment acceptance of all things that is taking place, a very gentle, almost imperceptible willingness to let the tide and the current take you where it will. You are adrift, and you are somehow akin to Odin, hanging on the tree of life. You will be to shore. Will you remain at sea? Will you fade in the vanish? What is it that you should do? It's not even a question that you're asking yourself, but it seems you have made a powerful choice. Just to suspend, to rest, to not do, for nothingness, for allowing what is around you to determine for now, the fate of yourself. So I kind of feel like, that's what's going on. And the little footprints poem that I mentioned, let spirit take you. It's not because you need to surrender your power, it's just because you need to heal. You guys have been through a hurricane, a storm of your heart and your life, and you've been in pain and sorrow. So twins, for those of you watching, both of you, I hope both of you watch, DM and DF, but if one is only watching, just take that message for them and their higher self will resonate. Both of you have lost your control, and it's time to get it back. But the first step is for you to make peace with God, make peace with the universe, get grounded, start earthing, start sleeping, and start eating right. Get your health back. Restore your body. And most importantly, one of the first steps for the masculine energy is to cut off your outer influence. This means stop communicating at this time with your friends that have been around during all of this hurricane and turmoil. Their influence only leads to more of it, which is like they're an anchor. They are an anchor to your past and an anchor to your pain. These friends and these family members, or this lover, this karmic person, it looks like the best thing for you to do right now is to cut the cord. There's an anchor holding you back and it's karma. Cut the cord. Set yourself adrift. This decision that you have to make, DM, be careful that you're not going back to the past. I think the decision is for you to let them go and be free and just float. Let the higher power step in for both of you right now. I do hear something very loud with this oath card. You got movement and oath. And whatever promises were made in the past, they're going to get brought back up again. Maybe in a dream, maybe in a memory, maybe just in a sudden thought and a knowing and a guilt. But this oath needs to be honored. And it's almost like your soul contract also. you can please take that as a soul contract as well. But I will read that. It should be short. These ones are short, so don't worry. The number 49. My lovely child, you have chosen the symbol of the form of oath. This is the symbol for all promises and is a reminder to keep the ones you've made. An oath is never made lightly nor in jest. Promises are meant to be honored. And when you choose this symbol, perhaps it's time you look at how you've made your promises. It looks like you've made them in a hurry. Queen of Wands, movement. All your promises were made in a hurry, okay? Also, have you crossed your fingers behind your back, relinquishing the magic that binds you to your oath? Has anyone or have you broken their promise? Maybe they broke a promise to you. Let the person go. Don't hold on if someone refuses to be honorable. You do not want this person in your life. For now, the most important promise you can make to yourself is to promise to be kind, loving, and honorable. Do no harm. To belong to me, you must keep that promise. A lot of you guys have to keep a promise to yourself that you're not going to allow yourself to be taken advantage of, used, and abused. You have to promise yourself that you're going to honor your soul and honor your body. It is a sacred temple. It's not meant to be used and abused. Thank you, Jeff, for your beautiful 1111 on Super Chat. Thank you so much, and I appreciate that compliment. And if the person that you love, which could be a twin flame, made a promise to you and they did not keep it, they crossed their fingers, or they were dishonorable and they did not honor you, step out in your authority. You are the queen of honor, male or female. You are loyal and trustworthy and honorable. Stay true to your values and stay true to who you are. Let that person learn that that is not going to get them what they want. When they are dishonorable, crossing their fingers or not honoring their oath to you, not keeping your twin flame soul contract, then they will reap the karma.
Moms,
turn that down.
Grandma Danny
Okay.
asks you to call
Okay,
her.
I will.
It's an emergency.
Okay, it's not that much of an emergency. I know what it is. It's about a bank. I will talk to her when I can.
Alright, but Grandma wanted me to tell you to call her as soon as you're done.
I will. Next time, don't barge in here yelling with the phone and her on speaker. Turn it down and close the door.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, guys. My son is over dramatic. My grandma needs me to take her to the bank. It's not an emergency. And my son, you know, she called him because she couldn't reach me because I'm live. Anyway, she called him to let me know that she was ready or whatever, and he barges in. It's an emergency. Grandma's calling. Oh my God. He's freaking out. It's not an emergency, so everyone chill out. Don't worry. Relax. Okay? I really apologize about that interruption. We are fine, I assure you. Moving on. Where was I at in this reading? Whatever. I think I was almost done with that. It's about if this person's not going to honor a contract with you, you know, it's best for you, even if it's a twin flame, to just move on.
Danny wanted me to tell you that she needs Grandpa's driver's license, like, as soon as possible.
I will do that.
Alright.
Okay. Anyways, let's move on. Obviously, the oath got interrupted. Maybe that was a sign and an omen that that's what happened. There was an oath, and it got interrupted very rudely. Somehow, someone didn't honor it, and this is very stressful. So, we're going to move on from that. You can't hang on to someone that can't be trustworthy, even if they are your twin. because you have to teach them a lesson that that's not okay. And believe me, the one who's going to be doing all the work is themselves. They're going to be on a treadmill, running and going nowhere. They're on that treadmill. They're feeling the pain. Karma is coming very hard. They're learning their lessons. They can either learn it slowly and painfully over years of suffering, or they can learn it quickly and get back on track. We're going to read the number 29, forward movement. This is a time of change and movement in your guys' relationship, and it's a symbol of a wonderful surprise. If you've been waiting for something, you will soon have clarity. You will get answers you thought would never come, and you will move closer to things that were out of reach before. Perhaps this card predicts a trip you've always wanted to take, or a message you've been waiting for. The symbol for movement can indicate both a change of the scenery and a real shift in the direction of your life. No matter what the symbol is, no matter what the symbol holds for your questions or concerns, know that wonderful, good, new change is happening and very much now possible. This is a time to make your move. Wow, I got a really good vibe on that card, guys, for your reading. I really, really, really feel like this is moving forward. I really, truly, honestly feel, if you guys are in a twin flame journey, that you're going to have some very, very big surprises, good ones. Surprises as in a surprise visit, a surprise communication, a surprise confession, a surprise ending of a difficult period of time, a surprise as in cutting off that snake polar bear, over controlling energy that was manipulating this person's life in some way. This can change. The good news also for the feminine watching, the change and movement for you is a drift, is letting go. And this is going to be a really big change because you haven't let go in years, if you've ever let go. I mean, this is a real letting go. It's not talking about it, it's being about it. We've all talked about the peripheral, let it go, okay? And it's funny because the movie Frozen has that song, Let It Go. And we have the card Frozen. So, I mean, there's a coincidence there. But there's also fate. There's no coincidences. There's truth. Yeah. This is a very surprising time where you guys are going to let it go. And it's for real this time. It's not just talking about it, thinking about it, planning it. It's doing it. This is something you've been meaning to do. Let's go ahead and see at the end here what kind of change this is going to bring you. Okay, what kind of change is this going to bring you? This new beginning, Ace of Pentacles. What kind of change is this going to bring you? Wow, you guys. Wow, look at both of these cards. We just talked about this yesterday too. The sacral chakra, okay, which has a lot to do with power and control. Ironically, your whole reading has been about the loss of power and control issues. And we get 2 orange cards about change, and the sacral has to do with the power and control. So I love it. And it also, the sacral has to do about attachments and letting things go. So there's a very synchronistic confirmation here. Power, control, and letting go of it. Okay, this is also the sacral, the orange, is about joy, pleasure, and endings and beginnings. Isn't that awesome? It all ties into this whole reading. So here we go. This is what's going to change all of that. We got forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So you're both going to be forgiving. forgiving each other, forgiving yourselves. You will be changing into being in an act of forgiveness, which is beautiful. Beautiful, good, healthy movement. The next one is grief. Both of you will be suffering a little bit in all of this. They will be suffering from having to let go of their attachments. You'll be suffering by letting go of your attachments, and we all know what those are. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So being grateful for the lessons. Okay? And just a little side note here, underneath that we have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Little side note there. You know, this is the good stuff that's coming in. I love it. So, let's read that. Okay. I want to read that, but I do need to find my book. So, just give me a second. I know you guys have had enough seconds. You've had a lifetime on my channel here, but seriously, I need a moment. I need to find my book. It's usually right in front of my eyes. Ay, ay, ay. Well, if I can't, so be it. I'll read something else. I just want to read you an oracle before I go. I just want my book. They don't want to give me my book. They don't want to. Fine. I'll do something else. All right. I will follow the path of least resistance. All right. Spirit, give me a card here for everyone. The path of least resistance. Give me a message here for everyone to leave with. Denial. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is invisible. Thank you so much, Sunval L, for the beautiful super chat. Thank you so much. So we've been feeling invisible, okay? We've been feeling unseen. We've been feeling unappreciated. We've been feeling invisible to the universe and invisible to our lover. You're just, both of you guys, you know, just feeling like, am I even seen? Am I even acknowledged? Yes, you are. Okay, and let's read that. The number 14. Okay. No. What?
Look what I found.
You found the ball?
No, this thing.
Oh, good, but we're still missing the ball.
Well, Mom, I am still special.
Okay, I love you. I'm glad you found it. Okay, sorry guys. He found something he was looking for a long time. Anyways, let's move on here. The number 14, denial. Not everything is in reach, my child. Sometimes I must create distance between what you want and when or how you are meant to receive it. Consider the wait for your highest good. You are not meant to achieve what you want right now. Keep the faith, for if you wait and show patience, it will reveal some wondrous things later. This is a gentle warning not to get caught up in your desire to reach your goal right now or too soon. You may choose your fruit that looks ripe and juicy. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. You might choose sour fruit, not your. Sour fruit that only looks ripe and juicy. In this case, I alone know when the time is ripe. So patience, my child. A lot of spiritual wisdom here. You may choose to be with this person immediately now because you feel you are twin flames or you are divinely connected and you're meant to be in a union right now. because you found them, because you're seeing numerological sequences like 1111, spiritual numbers, angel numbers. You know, you may feel like now is the time because you share children, or you're young, or you're too old, or whatever. You may feel like now is the right time. The fruit is ripe. And it's been frustrating for you because you're trying to choose that fruit. You're trying to choose when it's ripe. But Spirit knows when this is ripe. Spirit knows that now is not the time. And as much as we want it, it doesn't change the fact that it's not for our best interest right now. And Spirit's saying, if you feel denied right now of something, obviously this relationship, if you are denied this relationship right now and being asked to let go, it will be ripe at the right time. If you know that you and this person love each other and there is a deep connection, it really doesn't matter when or how you guys get back together. What matters is that you do love each other. You have met, and there is a beautiful connection. And if you can just tell yourself these confirmations and these affirmations of the I am in a beautiful relationship and connection, I have a beautiful deep connection, that's what you tell yourself. And allow yourselves to just be adrift. Let Spirit heal both of you. You need your power back. Okay? And that's a message from Spirit. I want to give you a message from me about getting your power back. And this is because I work specifically with power energy all the time, and I feel like I am a very Queen of Wands energy. I do have some strong fire placements. I actually have all three. You know, I have a Venus in Leo, I have a moon in Aries in tropical, and I have a rising in Sagittarius. So I have all three of the fire elements with me. And my Venus is my, desire. It's my drive. Your Venus is your car. Venus takes you where your soul wants to go. And so I'm very driven with competition, and I'm very driven with battles, and I'm very driven. I like to debate. I like to argue. You guys know I like politics. It's very Leo. So that has a piece of me. It's not always relationship with Venus. Sometimes it's your personality and how you're driven into things. So I want to give some fire advice from me, who I feel very related to with the Queen of Wands, and show you guys how to get back some of your power, from my opinion, because you heard your message here from Spirit and the angels. But let's get some advice from me here, how to get some of that power, because I love power. I use power. I use power in magic. I use power in my healing, and I use power in setting goals and my business and my kids. I use a lot of power. And I know when to use it. Power is not something you want to whip out, 24/7. Power is a tool that you want to use at the right time when you need that push, that movement. So let's do that. My first advice, and today is actually a really good day. Today's Tuesday, right? Tuesday is a great day for power. It's about Mars energy, and you can do some strong red candle work on a Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I've been kind of lost lately. I'm pretty sure it is. But let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. I'll just wait for a second. Exercise. That's the first comment I saw. Is it a Tuesday, guys? I'm pretty sure it is, but my phone's with you. Yes, okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I've been messed up on my time. Anyways, it's a Tuesday, so yes, today, any red candle, there's tons of red candles, whatever you want, go out there, get a red candle. This is one way to start power. Okay, if you want to use a candle in a glass, that's fine. I like that. You can write with a dry erase marker on the outside of the candle the things you want for yourself. Power. I want to be more assertive. I want to be more competitive. I want to win. I want to achieve. Forgive me. Don't put the word I want. I'm just saying that in my communication with you. When you set an affirmation, never say I want, or you'll always be wanting. Just write the actual title is what I mean. So you can write back assertiveness. You can write back victory. You can write back control. Okay? But that's one thing I would do for myself if I feel like I'm ever struggling in power. I would use orange or red. And don't forget, we're working with the sacral chakra, which is kind of a mixture of red and yellow. Okay? Well, it is. Orange is red and yellow. Yellow is the sun, you know, and that's Leo power. Red is Mars, that's Aries power. Right in between there is perfect, orange, if you want to do that. And that's also about power. But you might also want to write on there, letting go of attachments, being strong, having strength, being fit, being active. Say you want a better body. You want to physically be built for endurance. You want a recovery. Maybe you're going through a health scare. You know, put on that candle, health recovery. You know, whatever this is. But call this in for your life. Call this in for yourself. And whenever I do a red candle, even orange is fine, I use cinnamon. Cinnamon is spicy, but it's sweet. It's just the right ingredient needed to give a little oomph to your little candle ritual here, a little spell here. And then you're going to want to put some chili powder. If you have any chili powder, cayenne is fine also. Okay, paprika if you don't have any of the Latin spices. You don't have any chili powder in your home like me, maybe you've got some paprika. But anyways, you're going to want to sprinkle that there too on your candle, and it gives an energy of fight, zest, competitiveness, this go-get-it energy, this power, this assertiveness, this confidence. That's something else you should always write down. Confidence, honey. I need confidence. Get your power back in that way. Also working out, feeling fit, going for a jog, going for a run, doing a little mini workout in the house, sit-ups, push-ups, do the stairs. It moves the energy. It gets it flowing, you know, and then you're going to feel better, you know. Get an energy drink. You're going to feel better, okay? Did I mention breathing? Sometimes when people are at a loss of power, they're not breathing right. You'll notice when people are losing their power, they hold their breath. And you have to remind yourself to breathe in, which is yin energy, prana. When you breathe in, you're getting a nice balance of that yin prana energy. Sometimes we're just breathing out or holding our breath. And a lot of people that hold our breath are not using your masculine energy either, which obviously you have to let out. Masculine is putting out. All manifestation is a masculine energy, by the way. Breathing in is the ideas, the thoughts. You see how that works with the Emperor and the Empress card? The Empress is breathing in. Ideas and thoughts and wants and desires. Breathing out is putting it into action, making it happen, creating the manifestation, doing it. We need that nice balance. When you ever feel like you're at a loss of power, find yourself somewhere meditating and get a nice flow of air. Just do it for a while. You'll feel your body reconnecting with a good balance that you've lost in your loss of power. You're going to feel more in control. Your brain is going to function better. It's proven when your brain has more oxygen, it clearly makes better decisions. It thinks better, reacts better. When your body feels aligned with the earth and spirit and your mind, it starts to feel better. Elements move away. This is why earthing is such a good idea. And I posted it on my community post. If you guys missed it, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, and go into my community section. I just posted an 1.5-hour long video about earthing from here on YouTube. And you can order earthing products as well on Amazon and get grounded in your home if you can't be outside all the time or you're in an apartment. But sticking your feet bare on the earth, not concrete or rocks, but dirt, earth, grass, things like that, you'll feel so much better. And that's another way to get your energy and power back. Get yourself grounded, okay? That's going to build some confidence. Also, clean your environment. I find this very good for feeling powerful, feeling in control. When you have your life in order, your home, you feel like you can take anything on. You're ready to take anything on, a trip, a journey, a relationship, whatever it is. You can just take it head on because you have nothing to worry about. It clears your mind. A clutter-free home is a clutter-free mind, and even vice versa, okay? A clutter-free mind is a clutter-free home. A lot of psychologists will tell you that a lot of the people that have clutter in their home is because their mind is cluttered, and it just shows physically. You manifest what's in your mind. So however which way you want to work that, guys, that's another way to get your power back, from my opinion, okay? Getting disciplined with a mantra. There is powerful mantras you can use. Shiva is really good for that. Doing a Shiva mantra, getting in there and really putting it in discipline, where you do it every day. Getting your power back. Listening to music or vibrations throughout your home that instigate power. Also getting incense, red incense, dragon's blood. Doing any kind of a candle ritual is really helpful for getting your power back. Purple is actually an authoritative power as well. And if you want to claim authority on your life and on yourself, get some purple. Purple is authority.
Mom, I got the ladybug.
You got a ladybug! Yay! He got a ladybug.
I know there's ladybugs in the front. I am in the back.
Okay, good boy. That's awesome. Okay.
So keep looking.
Okay. So anyways, another quick spell. It's called a hot foot spell, or a hot foot. It's a power thing. If you want to get power over your life, I don't suggest you do this over other people unless you want the karma back with it. So take my word on it. Watch out. But get a purple marker or a black marker and write on the bottom of your foot your name, full name, first, middle, last, your birth date. And you're going to speak out, I claim control over my life. I am in control. I am at the driver's seat here. And then you're going to want to stomp on the ground 3 times, okay? Claim that control and victory, and just leave it there. You can wear socks if you want, but, you know, just leave it there. Walk around knowing that you have control over your life, no one else, okay? That way you just feel like you're in control. And this is just some good mental things. Yeah, it could be a placebo effect, but who cares? It works, all right? So those are some things you can do to get your power back, all right? And I'm going to pull a card, one of the cards I really love to get advice from, which is over here. What is? I hope I have my book with me. Oh, I do. Good. It's the Ancient Wisdom Oracles. So I'm going to pull a card for you guys also on that. Okay. And just get some advice from this deck. This is a beautiful deck. On how to get some power back. Spirit. Yes, saging yourself is great, but sage doesn't really give power. It cleanses, it detoxifies. You should do that anyways. Cleanse and detoxify your body of whatever dramas you've had going on, loss of confidence and all of that. And then you can go ahead and continue. But no, saging is not something that gives power. It just cleanses. Which is good. You should do it. Like I said, you should do that anyways. Thank you for that advice. All right, so Divination of the Ancients, a guidebook. Spirit, show us how to get guidance on power. What is a tool we can do to get our power back? Okay. Well, I got a few of them. Guess we have multiple different advice. We have the Shooting Star, confirmation. This is just a little message for somebody. If you saw a shooting star with your twin flame, or you've seen one recently, know that there is a message, a confirmation that you are on the right path, okay? Then we have palmistry interpretation. So get to know your chart. Get to know who you are. Study yourself. One way to get your power back is to know all the aspects of your chart. Your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Jupiter, your Mars. Learn about your sexual drive in the Mount of Venus. Learn about your mind and how it works. Learn about your heart. Learn about your lifeline and your path, your spiritual path, your career path. Learn about that. Learn about, do you have a family history? You know, right here, if you have exes and things like that. Do you have a family history of spiritual leaders? Are you connected that way through your DNA? Learn about all different kinds of forms of spiritual divination, okay? So that's something. We also have Agur, mastery. Start working on mastering yourself, mastering your shadow side. Get disciplined, conquer that shadow side, okay? Start meditating more. Get your chi power back. Learn about, there's a sexual Kriya Yoga. There's even a sexual tantric, but there's also tantric meditation, which isn't sexual. It's just very spiritual. It has a lot of chants in it. There's mudras, okay? And, you know, learn how your chakras work, what their energy is. Learn how to master those things. Master the chakras, the mudras, the chants, okay? The sutras. Learn those things. These are going to help you get your power back. Another one is numerology. You might want to change your name based on your numerology. You might want to learn your life path, which is really what I'm hearing. Study your life path. How do you know your life path, Steph? Get your birth date. What is the number of your birth date? That's your life path. If it's a number 2, it's a life path number 2. If it's a number 1, it's a life path number 1. What if it's the double digits? Well, if it's a life path number 11, there is no such life path number 11. You have to add them together. 1 plus 1 is 2. Life path number 2. Same thing, well, what if your life path is number 29? 9, 10, 11. Okay, then we add the 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. You see what I'm saying? Always, you know, bring it down to the lowest number. That's your life path, okay? Study that and then read about it. Google it, search it. What does this life path mean for me? Really get to know yourself. Notice how the universe is saying one of the ways to get your power back is to learn who you are. A lot of people walk around not knowing who they are. They don't know their life path number. They don't know their ancestry. They don't know about signs and synchronicities. They don't know about mudras. They don't know about chants. They don't know about yoga. They don't know about tantric. They don't know about chakras. They don't know about energy. They don't know about earthing. They don't know about none of that. They're losing control of their lives. They don't know any of these things. Knowledge is power. And aren't we trying to get our power back? Yes, knowledge is power. The next card is, wow, I didn't even know that this was there, but it's knowledge. The book of knowledge. That's interesting. I just said that. Okay. Well, yes, knowledge is power. So learn all you can. Dice, gamble. You want to be in power? Take a few risks. Don't feel like you're just in fear. When people don't take risks, they live in fear. Let's just talk about gambling. 1 second, just example, right? I've got $100 in my pocket. I better not gamble big on that table. I could lose big. I could lose it all. I'm not going to gamble that. I'm going to be smarter than that. Who's in control? You over your money or your fear? Sometimes you have to just leave it to chance. Okay? Sometimes getting your power back is being brave, taking that risk, facing it like, well, so be it. I have confidence that I'm going to win. You could win huge. Take a risk. Okay, sometimes being confident is being a little bit risky, and that's okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, we're talking about fortune and fate. There it is. Things are changing. Leave it to fate. A lot of your life can be led to fate. A lot of us worry, Steph, if I'm leaving everything to fate and I'm all adrift, how am I going to get my power back? We just talked about that back when we talked about the Let It Go card and Spirit walking you when you're not alone here. Fate sometimes wants you to sit back because you need healing. You are in power to decide, I need healing. You're smart enough, wise enough, and powerful enough to go seek that healing and sit back. That is a decision, that is power. Sometimes when you let the wheel of fortune turn your life around, power is saying, I'm willing to face it. Let's do this. You grab the straps, whatever, of the chariot, and you're confident. You know there's someone else driving the chariot, but you're driving it. You're going to say when you want to stop, go, whatever. You know, you're in the driver's seat. You're allowing a force to pull you, but you're in the driver's seat. So allowing fate to happen is still you in the driver's seat, just trying to be open-minded, seeing what can happen, letting your options be open. Show me what you got, Spirit. I'm gonna sit back, put this on auto. I'm still in the driver's seat, but I would like to see what other choices I have to choose from. And that's allowing the universe to take a little bit of the charge in a moment of rest, because you can't be tense and in control the whole time. Sometimes being in control is letting Jesus take the wheel. That's right. Sometimes being in control is asking for that divine guidance and saying, hold me. I need healing. Take the wheel. I need to sleep. I need to rest. You're still in control of the trip. You're just taking a break. That's still in your power. The next one is oracle wisdom. Listen to the oracles. Listen to the fortune tellers. Listen to your inner tuition. Listen to the oracle cards. Listen to a higher power. Okay? Always be aware and awake of a higher power. And then we have clouds, mystical. This is a stop and smell the roses card for me. Lay on the grass. Look at the clouds. There's a greater power. Sometimes being in control is honoring the great control. Being in control is knowing that you're in control of your life, but damn, look how God controls the universe. You got to be inspired by someone who has control. God has control. The universe has control. Remember how people need to watch entrepreneurs and people that are making it to be inspired, the people in power. Honor those that honor the people they serve. People in power are servants. They serve. They serve a community. They serve a globe. They serve a country. They serve a people. They serve their employees. They serve. People in power are in service. They just have the responsibility. So when you think about what power really means, power means responsibility. It's not all about ego and pride. It's about responsibility. And so you getting your power back is going to be you, most importantly, taking responsibility for everything you have and everything that you are experiencing. So my advice is, if you really want to take your power back, take your responsibility back. Get the blame off of everybody else. No more blame game. Okay? And anyways, that's a little bit of my advice there on getting your power back. I'm just going to pull 2 more cards for the hell of it before we go. Spirit, give me one last message here just to upbeat and uplift the ending of this message. Spirit, give us some future knowings. What's going to be happening in the soon to come future? Just a little insight. Just a little peek in the window. We talked about mirroring. There it is. A little peek in the window. As you guys are twins, you are mirroring each other. We just talked about that. You both have lost power. You're both going to get your power back. Mirroring, the number 19. I told you we're on a 9 frequency here. Everybody study the number 9. When you're done with this video, go back and research it. What's going on with the number 9? Look, we were at 1:59 and 19 seconds when I saw that, and this is the number 19. Seeing yourself in another's eyes is the advice there. Okay? See yourself in their eyes. The next cards that came out is make a way. Make a way, quit making excuses, and you're not going to believe this. This one says blocked. Move on, find another way. Spirit's like, oh my God, I mean, can we make a way and 2 cards out of 1 deck? Yeah, they're right here. Clearly, you're blocked in a specific goal. It's not for you, okay? Move on, guys. Whatever you're doing, don't do the same thing over and over, damn it, because you're going to be insane. That is the definition of insanity. Quit doing it. If you are blocked and you're not seeing results, quit. Move on. Find another way. If it's not working with this person, find another way. If you're not getting through to something or something in your life, whatever, it's move on. There's another way. Quit taking the Kool-Aid that is supposed to make life better and it's not. It's clearly not working. We're going to try something else. Okay? And I'm going to be controversial here and say this as well. For those of you that I always see, which I love my good Christian people, but if you guys always say, I'm leaving it to God, God will make a way, I'm going to keep praying. I'm going to keep praying and believing and hoping. If it's not working, stop. You're blocked. You need to find another way. And it's not give up your faith. It's get active. You can't leave this all up to God. You've got to take some action and responsibility. It's not God's life, it's yours. It's not God's dream, it's yours. So stop pushing your wants, desires, and responsibilities onto a higher power to run your ship. Okay? And, you know, that's for, even if you're not Christian, but you say that, I leave it up to the fate. I leave it up to God. I did get a message here, stop. You're not getting results because it's not going to happen that way. All your prayers and beliefs and hopes and waiting for them to come save you is not going to give you what you want. You're blocked. You need to find another way. Be it get your power through candles, get your power through yoga, get your power through visualization, manifestation, mantras, mudras, affirmations. Get this going another way. Has anyone here ever tried a diet and it doesn't work? You keep popping the pills or drinking the drink or eating the food and nothing's coming off? Find another way. It's called working out and diet, or try just a different combination. But no one is stupid enough to keep taking something or doing something with no results. Would you pay for a product and not get any results? No, you would find another way. And that's what Spirit's saying. If you guys are blocked in becoming wealthy, healthy, and abundant, or fulfilled in something, quit doing it. You're blocked. Find another person. Find another way. This isn't happening over here. You have to be open to that, because then the next card is make a way. Quit making excuses. Make a way. If you think there's no way, because excuse, I can't do that because of this stuff. I can't do that. I can't, they can't let, they won't let me do that. I can't do this way because of the, no. Quit making excuses, get a solution. Make a way. Build a bridge. If something's blocking you, get creative. Use your mind. Let Mercury speak to you. Get a different idea. There's lots of ideas. There's tons of ideas. You are brilliant. You have the universe inside your head. The entire universe is in your head. It's right there. You will find a solution. You will find a way. Okay? Look inside. Anyways, that is that advice, and then we'll just get an Elquay Oracle and call this reading good. All right. Okay, Elquay, what should you say? All right. Carly, she who frees. Liberation, unrestrained, and freedom. I love it. Liberation, unrestrained, and freedom. This is beautiful. Free yourself from failure. Free yourself from excuses and the blame game. Free yourself from all of that. Free yourself from this person. I do have to admit, a resonating theme in this reading today is let them go. All right? So, you know, it is what it is. It is a theme that is sticking with this reading. Are you asking yourself, should I let them go? I think the big, obvious answer is yes. And it may not be forever. It is just, you need to do that so we can get this thing going, because we're losing ourselves here. We're losing our power, and the way to get your power is to let them go. So let's read Carly. Whew. Okay, Carly, she who frees, demonstrates how useless it is to try to bind her. She stands barefooted, which is, by the way, earthing on the rocky shore. Her hair is blowing loose from the confining headband. Some birds are swooping over her head, and the waves break upon the rock where she perches. Nothing can contain her. She has made the decision to be free. So she will be. Look how powerful that statement is. She made the decision to be free, so she will be. Her wrist bears the marks of shackles. She will always remember the lessons of wearing them, but now she tosses them broken and useless into the water. Within the waves, there is almost an electrical pulse as Carly's energy sets her loose. This is a being who will not be restrained anymore. The message of this card is that if you face a challenge only you can answer, remember this. Only you can answer this. Will you remain obedient to the chains put upon you? Or will you cast them aside and live your liberated life? It's important to remember sometimes bonds are accepted. You should also understand that you can change your mind about these restraints. You are at a point where you can end anything you feel is weighing you down and holding you back and being an anchor. It would be wise to examine the chains thoroughly. Who holds the chains on the other end? And who holds the key? Whew. Powerful message because of this. We've been talking about this all day, both of you. Started with the polar bear and the snake, the chains, the bondage, feeling trapped. We had entrapment, feeling stuck. We had frozen. And it's other people keeping you confined, and everyone is sitting here saying, I keep asking myself, why am I doing this? Remember the masks. We were all wearing these masks, not being authentic. Okay? The questions you can ask yourself today is, when did I first notice that I am actually being held back? Okay, journal that down, or just think about it. Second, what would real freedom actually feel like? Imagine what freedom from this feels like. Start to envision that and you will be free, I promise. Third, what chains do I yearn to be free from? What chains do you want to be free from? Is it financial hardship? Is it stuck to this person you can't let go of? Is it your past? Is it your excuses? Is it the government ruling your life? What is it? What do you want to be free from? How can you free yourself? Start asking, start seeking, start learning about yourself, start manifesting. The most powerful tool in the universe starts in your brain, and it comes from manifesting, fantasy, visualizing, dream making, making a way. Quit making excuses. Quit putting people in power because you say they're in power. The moment you say they're in power, I'm not, you lose it. Miracles happen. They do. And you are the miracle. You are the shock and awe. You are the one that has the key. You're the one that has the power. You just need to get it back. All right, guys. That is my reading today. So I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. I love you. Bless you. Thank you all. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Constance. Thank you. Oh, you had it Wednesday? Yeah, a quick memo on that. PayPal was holding all of my money. It was on hold. It was, how do you say, I don't know, it was pending. So a lot of my emergency readings, well, all of them, because I don't do other readings, were pending. So if your reading was pending, it wasn't released, and I didn't get the funds. So I don't do any readings until I get the funds. So I would call PayPal and make sure your funds are released. Maybe your bank was pending. Maybe your bank was holding it for whatever reason. Maybe you, I don't know. But I will call them today and check that for you, hun, Constance, for the emergency. I believe you wholeheartedly. You paid that, and I do believe you. I had seen a lot of those pendings. I'll go check again and do that. And I'll go ahead and just do your reading. You know, I trust that you'll be honest and it will come through. But I have been burned before, so I'm a little bit wary. I've done readings for people and then it never came in, and I was like, oh, damn it. But it happens. Anyways, I'll check on that. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And please stay positive, stay happy, stay consistent with loving yourself and healing yourself. And remember, like I always say, this love is a journey, not a destination. Okay? So just keep swimming. I love you guys. We're happy. We're good. It's a great day. I'll see you guys later. I love you. That's it. Bye. Thank you guys. Thank you moderators for taking care of me. You guys are the best. Love you all. Bye-bye.